What's up, guys? Welcome back to Disrespect Disc Golf. Today we're checking out Okeeheelee Park. Let's get right into it. What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff right there. Do it. No pressure. That's what every YouTuber says, you know. I'm no different. Today I'm over in Palm Beach, Florida. This is one of the only courses in the area here that's supposed to stay dry and not get any rain today. I've recently played a couple courses in this area and everybody said, hey man, you gotta check out Okeeheelee. I'm here now. So Okeeheelee Park, looks like we've got blue pads for the long, we've got white where I'm at for the middle, and then red for the short. So basically just like my home course, blue, white, and red. I'm doing white today and just gonna give you guys my first impressions and review on this course. Looks like this course actually has some decent amounts of elevation and also some water. And we've got some wind like between 10 and 15 miles per hour with gusts up to like 20 miles per hour. So that's gonna make things interesting. I don't think I'm gonna put anything on the line, but I'm just gonna do maybe a couple shots off each tee, maybe a couple putts, just kind of like a casual round, and yeah, experience this course. So if you're local to this course, if this is your home course, shout it out in the comments below. Let me know that you've played this track and what your thoughts are on it, and I'll give you mine. I'll give you my overall impression and what I would rate it on UDisc at the end of the round. So stick around for that, and yeah, let's get off to it. Hole 1, 2 off the top. All right, hole 1 here is par 3. We're looking like we're gonna do the white basket, so 300 feet. Plays over this hill, kind of where these 2 pine trees are. I'll go with 2 different discs here off the top, and yeah, like I said, never played this track, so just kind of playing blind. The basket's somewhere down the hill, so I'll try like a turnover here. That's way too low. That's why we do 2 off the top here. Goliath Disc Covenant. Looks better. We shall see. I'm like 40 short here. Just missed. We'll take a par. All right, hole 2. This is the pad for white and blue. Par 3, looks like it's 300. So we're just going straight up this hill, which elevation is not normal for Florida, but this course has a lot of it. Severely uphill, and yeah, about 300 feet. Probably gonna disc up because I don't really know what to throw for uphill shots. So I'll go with the 7-speed, go with my strike here. It's fading out left. T says the basket's kind of straight on, so we'll see. So far, it looks like this is a type of course that's like fairly open. The only real dangers, I would say, from what I can tell so far at least, is elevation, which means like rollaways, obviously, and then holes with water. And it is open, so it's exposed to the winds, and let me just tell you, the wind is blowing. And it looks like my shot somewhere off here to the left, and the basket is farther to the right. So not ideal, but should be a par at the worst. And another easy par, I think. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the wind is just coming off this water here, and it is ripping. Absolutely ripping. Very, very windy. 2 pars in a row. Even that was sketchy, little 10-footer. All right, hole 3 now. This one looks like it's gonna be par 3 again, about like 260, straight downhill, and it's elevated. Road and beyond, out of bounds. Might be like a little forehand. We'll see. It's tricky with this wind coming kind of like right to left. Gonna go destroyer here, very tricky. OB surrounding the basket too. And that's got a dig. That's fine. That's an okay shot right there. This wind is swirly. Dang. All right, should be another little tap-in par here. This wind is scary. Hole 4, this one is going to be a par 3 from the whites. White basket 335. So a big swing to the right. From the perspective of the tee, you can see the red right there. The white is directly to the right of that. Just kind of in the middle of your screen, past those trees. So big forehand or big turnover. I'm going to try to go forehand destroyer. Probably can't get the distance. Right to left wind as well, so if I kind of get this turning, the wind will kind of help get it extra distance before it fades back. So we'll see if I can execute that and stay in bounds. The wind should push it back a little bit. It was very short, but we're in bounds at least. All right, long look here. Maybe like back edge of C3. Oh, wow. That was a great bit, actually. Tap in par. Okay, guys, hole 5. To clear the water, 260 feet. You can see on the white pad going over the water there. This hole is 350 feet. It's kind of daunting. Look at this tee pad, and we're going over the water. If you see this tall pine right there, basket is somewhere underneath that, kind of through the middle of your screen there somewhere. So a lot of water danger. Got to be a big hyzer that carries at least 260. All right, I'm gonna go Goliath Rapture on hyzer, just in case the wind tries to do anything funny. I actually like that a lot. I'll have a look. It might be like a circle 2 putt, but I'm dry. All right, landed in a pretty dang good spot here. I am maybe 60 feet, maybe 55 feet away. Time to bust out a long putt. I looked at my U-disc, I'm still even. So this is to get under par, left to right wind. And it held it. A disc with no fade is not gonna come back in a left to right wind. Whew. Okay, well, there's the bogey. I prophesied the one over, unfortunately. This is not a footfall, guys, I promise. Hanging 10. Or actually hanging 5. All right, hole 6. This one only has a red basket. Gonna be 325. So from the tee, pretty much straight on. A bit of a low ceiling. Forehand could be the play here. I think I'm gonna go Goliath this Shepherd here on a forehand, try to flip it up a bit, and then let it fade. Oh, if that is not a birdie. Golly, okay, a tad short, but my gosh, that was a gorgeous flip up forehand hyzer disc. Goliath Shepherd. Go check them out, goliathdisc.com. Use my code CAMRAB10. Get yourself 10% off your order. Load up on Shepherds. That thing is good. It's kind of like a Wraith. As you can tell on a hyzer, it kind of flipped up. Dead straight forever, and then reliable fade. Money disc for distance on a forehand. Get you one. All right, man, I thought this was parked. Unfortunately, it was like 305 feet of distance. Needed a touch more, but birdie putt nonetheless. All right, hole 7 is gonna be 385 feet. Water all on this right side here. From a tee, it looks pretty dead straight. Gotta flip something up. We have a right to left wind. So yeah, throw something, let it flip up, and then let the wind hyzer it back to the left. I'm gonna go with my Wraith here. Oh. Okay, pretty dang short. That'll be a par. All right, depth perception off a bit there. I was closer than I thought, but still like 70, 80 feet out. It'll be another par. Good line. Golly. All right, 1 over still through 7. This course is kind of like a course where you can easily take bogeys and you're okay with taking pars, but you definitely got to work really hard for birdies from these white pads. I assume I could birdie every hole, like at least being capable of birdieing every hole from the reds. And then the long pads, the blues, man, if I'm already not birdieing from the whites, I think getting anywhere near under par on the blue, or even par, excuse me, on the blue, would be a real challenge. So I'm liking this course a lot. It's got a lot of challenges for being this open of a course. All right, moving on to hole 8, par 3, 300 feet. Dead straight. So basically just throw something straight at it down this tunnel. You could go just to the left of this dark tree and then do a hyzer through that gap. Yeah, the white basket's the shorter one on this one. Should be a gettable birdie, just gotta have a good tee shot. I'm gonna go putter with my Covenant and just see if I can get it there. Yes, it's so glidey. Okay, a tad short, but I mean, perfect tunnel shot. Nailed that gap. Also, not sure if any of you guys caught that, but when I threw that shot, my right foot, kind of like my planting foot, it didn't like turn all the way. It kind of got caught on the tee pad. Looks like my Vessi shoes are actually too grippy. The concrete pads here are very grippy also, so not the best combo. I wasn't able to like follow through and turn my foot all the way, which is a slight concern for my ACL surgery that I had a couple years ago. But I don't feel any pain, and I got a birdie putt, so that always makes things feel better. I'm going with a really far back shot on an extreme zoom. I left myself only like 18 to 20 feet short here. First birdie of the round. Count it. We love that. Makes up for that dumb bogey I had a couple holes ago. Should be under par, but hey, we'll get there. We got one more on this front 9. So far, I'm liking this course a lot. It's fun to play. All right, hole 9 now. This one is a par 3, 285. I'm back to even par now. Let's see if I can get under par. Looks like a forehand through this gap that comes back and maybe skips in. We'll see. Gonna go destroyer. This gap is pretty generous off the tee here. Left to right wind, so this will help push it back towards the basket. Might go deep if I get a hold of this one. It took a little pace off of it, but good roll. I think I'm like 10 or 15 feet away, so we like that. All right, nonetheless, we'll try to make some lemonade out of these lemons here. Channel mulligan. All right, to stay even par. Confident, drilled it in the heart, off to the back 9. I'm just now seeing the red basket. That would be fun to play. All right, hole 10, another one with only a red basket, 325. So we're going a little bit downhill, left to right slope, and there she is. Could be a backhand turnover, or it could be a forehand that you play out here and let swing back in. I think I'm gonna try backhand with my Origin. I could try that Covenant again, the pink one, but I'm gonna disc up to a mid-range and make sure I get the distance at least. Hold that. Anti-skip, yep. 20 feet at the most. All right, really good shot here. This was the perfect shot shape for this hole. I'm actually only about 10 feet here. Under par. That's how you start off your back 9. There's nothing like a beautiful turnover like that on a left to right slope, just kind of matching the hill as it lands. Discmania Origin. That bird feels good. Hole 11. This one is going to be, I think, par 3, 380. Way up this hill now, and it's just somewhere on the other side of it. I have not been able to spot it, so it's just going to be a blind drive. Glow ambush. All right, it seems like it's, if you see that lone palm tree up there, it should be like between that and then the big pine tree way out to the right. Glow ambush, tailwind. See if I can just pump it out there. It's not 390, but we'll see. All right, well, I'm spot on with where I thought the basket was. Lone palm tree. There she is. Now to find my disc, which will be probably circle 2. Wow, I'm actually very short here, like 90 feet short. And I'm right next to a different disc, Insanity. No name. I threw it right by it. Okay, 1 foot closer now. Tough run with this hillside. And that's a par. 1 under still. Hole 12, we are now on top of the mound. 370, UDIS says 384. Check this hole out. And the big reveal. Look at this. Thrown from way up here. It's got to be 40 or 50 feet downhill. A lot more severe than it looks in camera. And then you're heading into the thick pine tree woods. It's tucked in the corner, right before the road. Yeah, you can see it in the middle of your screen. Going Goliath arc here. Mr. Happy does not like trees, so he's going to avoid all of them and park the hole. That's too far left. Kick right, kick right. Okay, see? He's happy either way. He's not OB. Meanwhile, on other parts of the course, how fun is that? You got this whole lake to do that. All right, now you can get a better perspective of the baskets. There's the red, pretty camouflaged from the tee, and there's the white, all the way back in there. My first disc is right there. But the question is, am I a thief? Will I steal a birdie? Tailwind. Nope. Lefty putt. Oh, cash money. Okay, hole 13. It shows that there's a white basket, but there's no white basket. I've looked. There's the red that we're gonna go to. I've looked for the white. It's supposed to be over here. That white in the screen is like for a different hole. That is like close to 1,000 feet away. So we're gonna go red basket here. This one is gonna be 290. Water all along the left side. So watch out. All right, I'm gonna go with my mint disc bullet here, just because if I go mid-range, I just risk the wind kind of picking up more. So I wanna go with a thinner rim to mitigate that bigger fade to the left. We do have a right to left wind, so I'm just gonna yank this as hard as I can and hope I get there. And I turned it. That is not good. Meanwhile, another disc I threw, parked. Tough run with that slope right behind it. Oh, I almost rang that up. Vicious wind ripping. Golly, that barely even snuck over the rim. We'll take the par. All right, still 1 under. Hole 14 is probably my favorite hole so far. Water clearing, 260 to clear on a 320 foot hole. Slight tailwind and also a little bit right to left wind. This is awesome. You got to clear this pond right here, and there's the red, and there's the white I'm going to. So I'm gonna do a big hyzer with the stable disc. End of a Starfire. Big hyzer. I love it. Sit. Parked. Let's go. As much as I like this hole, the only downside is I have to walk probably close to 2/10 of a mile, honestly, to get all the way around this and back over there. Like, that's kind of a hike, honestly. There's a lot of walking on this course, so if you're gonna come out here, even if you're playing the shorts, be prepared to walk and bring a lot of water. Here's the gorgeous view. Coming back the other way now. Red basket. Man, that was a perfect shot. I walked up to this hole and said it was my favorite so far, and then I threw a dime shot 5 feet for the bird. Absolute park job. Wowee. This is sick, guys. The excitement continues. Hole 15. Check this out. This is sweet. Par 3, 350. This hole is awesome. Okay, first of all, you've got a road. So this is going to be out of bounds on the road and to the left of it. You could do a big turnover, but check this out. This is where the basket is. Look at this. You could do a hyzer flip all the way. Dream hyzer flip little tunnel shot. But honestly, that turnover is very inviting with all that airspace. I'll throw one of each, but I might do the turnover as my main play, just in case I don't hit that gap. Big turnover, slingshot, glow slingshot, very, very flippy. Oh, too much turn. Wow, okay. And it cut rolls towards the basket. Wow, okay. Almost parked, actually. That kind of worked. I'll tell you what, guys, I am digging this back nine so far. I almost didn't come to play disc golf today. I was like, well, I'm gonna be in this area for the next couple days off of work, so I'll just film all these videos and stuff the next few days. But I got off work today at 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I was like, well, I'll make the 45-minute drive and just play this course because it's 4.3 on U-disc and everybody's talking about it. And boy, oh boy, am I glad that I came today right now. Okeeheelee, what a disc golf course. It's getting better and better. These last 2 holes have kind of been different than the other ones. We've had water on the last one and then an optional tunnel shot for this one. So straying away from the rest of the course design with the open feel. Man, these holes are good. I am loving this park right now. Come check it out, seriously, Okeeheelee. Quite as close as I would have liked here, but makeable range. Let's go. I'm feeling this back nine right now, guys. I think that's 3 birdies so far on the back. That was a fun little putt. We'll take it. On to 16, 3 under. All right, hole 16, red basket, 300 and something, who knows? Playing from the sidewalk again. There we go, 310 feet. Yeah, or not sidewalk, road sidewalk, asphalt sidewalk. Anyways, and now we're going to this red basket here. I'm gonna go mid-range here, redemption. I just don't want this to fade too hard left, so. That is perfect. Okay, that is perfectly 30 feet short. I wish I recorded that. I just threw my reddish pink Rapture on a flex line out this way and it came back and you'll see, but it was almost an ace run, closer than my drive was. Yeah, there's my redemption first shot. Here's the basket and there is the flex line Rapture that I threw. I got a window here, but it's probably gonna be a straddle putt. Oh, off the tree and in, no way. Love ya. I thought I missed that out of my hand because I did. Tree spatter in, let's go. I needed that because after all, player 2 is absolutely parked. Tree love, thank you, sir. All right, 2 holes left, hole 17, par 3, 300 feet. This one is basically dead straight ahead, just past that little pine tree right there. It's friendly for a forehand that goes to the left here and then comes back. You could also just play a backhand straight up the gut and hope to get lucky. I'm gonna opt for the mid-range. We got a little bit of headwind, so I don't trust the forehand right now. Gonna go with my redemption, straight at it. Headwind turned it, but she's coming back. Missed the trees. And it kicked something. I can't tell if I'm 30 feet short or if I'm putting close. We'll find out. Left to right wind. Here's some forehands for fun. Destroyer. Oh, it's pretty smoked. And then shepherd. A little hyzer flip forehand. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you guys, that disc is so good. Oh my gosh. Is that under the basket? Why am I throwing a backhand here? Okay, it was definitely a forehand gap. I gotta trust myself in the wind. I didn't do it there, but I gotta have some more confidence in myself going forward because those two are better than the first one. That's the destroyer right there. The shepherd is even closer just to the right of the basket. This is a must make now. That's a tough par to take. Pick you guys up a Goliath shepherd. Perfect forehand disc. I am so parked with that and the destroyer. That is making this par even more frustrating now. All right, good news. I had integrity and I gave myself a par. So we're 4 under still. And I did not know this until now, but I just checked UDisc. 18 is a par 4. It's like 522 feet, so very birdieable. All right, here we go, 18. Par 4, 515 feet. We're playing up this hill here, and then it kind of bends to the right. So probably after the fence ends, and then still to the right. So something flippy because we're also going uphill. Yeah, this one is a must birdie right here. I'm gonna go with my grace here and just bomb it. Oh, it didn't turn enough. That's at least 300 feet. Should be an easy up and down still for bird. All right, I had to walk up here to see the basket. That is a gorgeous shot right there. Yeah, it is past the fence like I thought. My disc is just over here next to my bag. So I just gotta do something around this corner here and hopefully get it close. Very tricky up and down for the bird. I might try a chain breaker like on this right side of this pine and have it flex back. Tricky shot, but it could work. Yes. Okay. That worked out perfectly, at least from my point of view and what I'm thinking and where I'm thinking where the basket is. So we'll see if it's actually close. All right, pretty good depth perception with that chain breaker approach here. See if I can finish 5 under. That's the first time I hit band today. Dang it. Thought this was gonna be a gimme birdie at only 522 feet. We'll take a par, 4 under, should have been 5 or 6. I think only 1 bogey on the round and 5 birds, so we like that. Time for my 4 view of the course. If I make this, I'm not uploading any shorts for the rest of the day. No way, it spat out. Yes, I get to upload a short. Let's go. This basket knows I love YouTube content. Thanks, dude. You're helping me grow the channel. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Now, for my thoughts on the course, overall, full review, real quick, my UDisc rating, I will give this a very high, I'll say 4.7. Now, I think this course is actually rated 4.3 on UDisc. I love this course though. I might be a little biased because I'm a Floridian and it's a Florida course, so that already helps the UDisc rating out. 4.7 just because, I mean, it's got 3 different tee pads, 2 different baskets, white and red. There's so many layouts you can play. I mean, if you do the math, then that is a lot of layouts that you can do, a lot of different combos. Actually, no, it's not a lot. That's 6 layouts, right? Yeah, 3 different pads to 1 basket and then 3 different pads to another basket. Yeah, so that is the easiest math ever, guys. 3 times 2, 6. I failed calculus and I got a C in pre-calculus, so I'm not a math guy. But yeah, 4.7 UDisc rating for me. I would say one of the only negatives would just be how long you have to walk on this course. It is a pretty good hike. It's going to take a good chunk of time for you to get around, especially if you come out with friends. You're going to be out here for 2.5, maybe 3 hours for your round, depending on what layout you do. Yeah, I love this park so much. I think it offers great challenge for any skill level. I didn't play the reds, obviously, but I mean, just looking at the red pads as I was playing, that would be a good challenge for beginners, I think. And then the whites was a good challenge for MA2, MA1, and then I think the blue pads, which are the farthest ones, would be a great challenge for MPO players. Yeah, a lot of variety out here. Some holes by water. It's a blast. It's a fun park, and it's also busy. There are a lot of other disc golfers out here, which lets you know that this place is a very, very solid course to come play at. It also has a lot of different shot shapes. You got hyzer flips, you got flex shots, you've got turnovers, and then you've got a lot of holes like this with a slope on it. So I think the elevation changes, the water, all the different pads, and the ability to find your way around the course easily, all those things combined gives me that 4.7. Because I did use U-disc, but even still, like, the T signs are great. They're very accurate. They lead you to the next one. It's a great park, honestly. And even though it is busy with like walkers and bikers and people like that, it didn't really seem to get in the way of the disc golf course. So they've done a really good job integrating everything to where you can still play disc golf but not be worried about pedestrians all the time. I think there's only like a couple times today where some of the holes where like you're teeing off from the sidewalk, there's really the only times where I ran into pedestrians. But yeah, solid course. I'm definitely going to do some more videos here. I know there's a lot of yapping, so if you're still watching, thanks. Don't forget to like and subscribe and come play Okeeheelee. A lot of fun. And hopefully the baskets don't spit you out. I got a couple spit outs today, but yeah, these aren't the worst baskets. The Dynamic Disc Veteran, not the worst, better than Prodigy. Like, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Okeeheelee.